wherever you may be in the world. Thank you for joining me for another edition of the Truth Conductor Show. Um, Man, let me tell y'all why crime is out of control in the black community. Okay? And I've been, and this is not something that I have, just stumbled upon. Okay? This is not something that I haven't been saying for the last 30-odd years. Okay? And to show you what I'm saying, see, this is, when was this? This was 1994 when I ran for mayor of Washington, D.C. against Marion Barry. 1994. Okay? And in this article, they were asking me about, getting signatures. And this is what I said. This is what I said. You know, matter of fact, let me read I'm gonna read the whole article to you. Okay? Thank you. This was by D. Richard De Silva. I'm running for mayor of D.C. because of people like this, bellows Don Folden Sr., thrusting his arm vigorously in the direction of a police officer who would ask him to move his van. You come up here and intimidate me, he continued, drawing a small crowd to see what the vendor turned candidate could be peddling today. I don't like it. I just don't like it. And I'm going to do something about it. Folden, 41, is on a vendetta. Ticketed more than $9,000, denied a vendor's license, and arrested 10 times this year alone. He wants to take on City Hall. Actually, he wants to take over City Hall. And Folden, whose blaring music and sprawling stand of electric merchandise were a fixture outside the Judiciary Square metro station for more than 8 years, is sure that he's going to win. In my mind, I had already won. Okay? In my mind, there's nobody out there who's a better salesman than me, the Ward 8 resident thunders, causing passersby to glance at the man wearing a straw hat, bulky glasses, and shorts, waving a clipboard full of petitions. I'm the candidate to beat. It's my race to lose. Folden claims the mayor's office has conspired to deprive him of his beloved vending stand and therefore his livelihood. He twice lost his license after repeatedly refusing to pay tickets for a variety of vending violations, and he owes back taxes. The lesson that Folden has drawn from his battle with city authorities is that society is a harsh and unsupportive environment. If you open up the door, I know how to take what I want. I'm not asking for a handout. In his first campaign for political office, Folden is not afraid to assign blame for the problems of the city. An African American himself, the first group he points to is DC's black community. Folden said he has secured almost 4,000 signatures of DC registered voters comfortably, in excess of the 2,500 signatures necessary to put him on the ballot for the Democratic primary. Whites have been signing his petition in far greater numbers than black, he said. He faults African Americans for not supporting their own. My own people, who are held hostage by young black men in their own neighborhoods, he complained, aren't willing to give a positive role model and opportunity. I said that in 1994. This is the article right here, 1994. And see, and the problem is that we got a group of young kids today that only want something for nothing. See, let me show y'all how this is how deep this is. Now, slavery is designed to be permanent through the status of the mother. If the mother is enslaved, everything she birthed, even if she was raped, was a slave. Okay? So what the federal government did, they came along and said, look, black man, have as many babies as you want with as many different women as you want. As long as you ain't in the house overnight, we gonna give them welfare. Okay? We'll give them welfare if you ain't in the house. So now you got generation on top of generation that's stuck in the mindset of something for nothing. That's passed down from generation to generation. Something for nothing. But then society will turn around and say, black men don't want to be fathers. But the federal government said, you ain't got to be no dad, because we'll give them welfare. John Chambers, I'm gonna show this. I'm gonna show this, and let me see. I'm gonna give you a little history that you don't know. He said, and don't block him. Don't block him. He say, I say, deport your black ass back to Africa. Problem solved. Well, John, you're a little bit late. How you think Liberia got formed? In 1822. That's how they formed Liberia, sending black folk back to Africa. That's why go back is offensive. The American Colonization Society, which Francis Scott Key, who wrote the Star-Spangled Banner, was a founding member of. The American Colonization Society, John. Okay? That's who did that. So you talking about deporting us back to Africa? I'm gonna address all of this. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show it, and I'm gonna address it all. I'm gonna address it all. Quiz. I'm gonna address all y'all. Okay. Who is this? Kolek Sun Eater. This is the guy that doesn't have a real job. Who said I had to have a job? You put me down because I can go inside myself and create and come up with some creativity to be able to survive, which you probably can't do. That's why you want me to go get a job, because you ain't got the creativity that you can lean on and be productive. So all you know, and see, and that's what they teach us: go to school, get you a good education to do what? Get you a good job. They don't tell you, go to school, get you a good education, work for yourself. They don't tell you that. And then when you try to be independent, you get little dick mofos like this come up in here talking about you need to get a job. You see how this works? Now, hey OG, I hope you know you're unknowingly supporting them same ignorant ass people saying that dumbass racist shit. Your attitude helps reinforce that. No, man, my attitude don't help reinforce nothing. I'm telling you what I see. See, I live in the black community. You probably don't. That's why you saying that dumb shit. Because you ain't got no firsthand experience. Like I told you, listen, this is what I said in 1994. Here's the article, because I got a bunch of people that just come up in here. See, and I was a Democrat at that time. Okay? I was in the Democratic Party. That's what woke me up. Because I realized then ain't no democracy, especially with them. And when I developed my Black history tours, and I saw and started getting some information, and man, I switched from the Democrat to the Republican Party, and there are very few Black Republicans that are in D.C. Very few, very few. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Who is this? Say. Kendall said the government didn't do that, but the Black culture. See, how the Black culture gonna finance welfare? And look how stupid you sound, because you don't even know the history. You don't even know the history. See, if they enslaved that woman, I told you slavery was designed to be permanent through the status of the mother. And if the mother is ignorant, then what you think she gonna raise? Some ignorant children. If the mother is using, how come, and they ingrained something for nothing in them women, because the more babies they had, the more welfare they got. And that was just robbing them. They getting something for nothing for laying back fucking. That's what the government did. Okay, huge Tinky Winky. This man is smarter than all the... Thank you, Tinky Winky. Thank you, man. Quiz. Let's see what he say. Oh, shit. They say it's normal for the older generation to look at young generation negatively, but millennials and gens are the first generation to not have better living standards than their parents, because look at the music that they listen to. Look at the examples that they have to follow. That's why. That's exactly why. Because a lot of these young boys are getting careers in this rap and hip hop music to go out and kill each other. And they're getting paid to go out and kill each other and sing about it. See, they sing about the dope that they sell and all of the bodies that they got. They sing about this shit. You don't see nothing positive coming out that music. Jacaranda, you're absolutely right about that. Good, sir. Okay, Mr. Atlas. Laughed my ass off. He said, Mill dick mofos. Yeah. Who is this? Membo. Tell him, Unc. All right, I got some messages in here. Hey, y'all don't block nobody, because first of all, I'm not into children. First and foremost, I like seasoned punani. Okay, I want some seasoned punani. I don't need no kids. I want something with some seasoning to it. Okay? All right? And let me look at this here. All right, I'm gonna show that one. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show this one too. Let me see this here. Hold on a second. I don't want that up in here. Matter of fact, let me see who did that. Hold on a second, y'all. Hold on a second here. Mr. Atlas, I'm Hispanic, but I do not live in a black community. Oh, y'all getting treated like you're black. You might not live in the black community, but Hispanics are being treated just like black folk. All right. See, the same thing they used to do for us when we're doing with the slave patrols. That's what they're doing with the Hispanics. Okay. I'm mixed and living in the hood in Youngstown, Ohio. God bless you. God bless you. That's Queez. Many fat falls. I like your style, old man. All the best from Australia is up in the house. Thank you, Australia. Mr. Atlas, it's all a business and government. That's all it is. Night Google, let this man cook. Mark says, MAGA is the party of the pedos. Boy, it's amazing how all of a sudden they turning on each other. It's amazing that all of a sudden now MAGA is turning, Make America Great Again is turning on each other. Okay? Let's see. Huge Tinky Winky. They don't make them like you anymore. Thank you. Who is that? Jacaranda. You tell him, I like your hat, I like you. Thank you. First, bless you, man. Who is this? Joya. Nice teeth, man. That's what money will do for you. You can do a lot with some money, buddy. That's no joke. Mark, okay, he talking about lists. Queez. Man, both parties are against the working class at the end of the day. They are. But they got you divided. They got you fighting each other. But at the end of the day, man, they cut from the same cloth. Okay? Discord then. Okay, I'm not sure. Mark, what's going on with you? Okay, Andrew, this guy's out of his mind, and he was on Jesse Lee Peterson and got blown out of his socks. Man, Jesse Lee don't want none of this. Jesse Lee don't want none of this. Jesse Lee don't. I'll go on Jesse Lee Peterson's show and put my foot up in his ass. Jesse Lee don't want none of this. That's why he had me on when I was dealing with a dental issue and I had my mask on. And I told him I ain't got my mask now. Come invite me back. He ain't trying to because he know I put my foot up in his ass. Okay? Why? Cyber criminals. Okay? Paul, preach on, brother. Spread the truth and teach the youth. Well, good news is they can't even define evil. Well, but see, let me get one more in here. Kibi, that's your nickname. I love what you are preaching out here today. Hey man, what happened? You took a message down. Okay. All right. Okay. Quee say, I would argue that the music is a healthy form of expression. It's that it influences other negativity, but that's because of people allowing themselves to be influenced. See, what's healthy about bragging about killing each other? What's healthy? Because every time they doing this in their music, man, they shooting guns at people. What's healthy about that? When you are glorifying violence, when you're glorifying murder, And look at how many of them young boys that get the chain snatched, you know, get robbed. They glorify that stuff, man. And you say that's healthy? No, that negativity ain't healthy. Okay, I'm mixed Hispanic and look Arab or Mexican and got a lot of shit. Well, one thing about it, man, it ain't healthy to be Hispanic in the country right now. It's not. Okay, um, Edward. Does seasoning mean a lot of no, seasoning mean age. No, I need some age on that thing. I don't need to be young. Give me some seasoning, some age. See, when you grow older, you're not old, you seasoned. See, you a seasoned person. When you start aging, you ain't old, you seasoned. Cause you've been through some stuff. Okay? Uh let's see. Black fatigue is real even if you're 90 years old. Well, what's black fatigue? That's my question. What's black fatigue? What's black fatigue? And if black fatigue is so bad, how come everybody copying it? If black fatigue is so bad, why is everybody trying to copy what black folk doing? The music, the way they talk, the way they dance, the way they dress. So if black fatigue is so bad, why is everybody trying to copy it? Okay. KC the cat say, I am watching Islam destroy everything. You know, I had a guy that was giving away some Qurans down at the White House, and I got one. And let me show you something. Let me show you something about this Quran. Um, let me get to the. If you go through the Quran and look at it, some of the same stories in the Bible are in the Quran, just different names. Some of the same stories that are in the Bible are in the Quran. Maybe you didn't notice that. And even in the Jewish Bible, some of the same stories in the New King James Version, it's in the Jewish Bible. Different names, but some of the same stories. Okay? Some of the same stories, you know, and if you go through here and you read it, you will see it got some of the same stories. So it ain't the Quran, it's the lifestyle. Okay? Bernie, I see you up in here, Bernie. Thank you, man. Oh, woo, shoot. Boy, I got a whole bunch of stuff. But man, Bernie. Boy, see, y'all messing around. I got Bernie and I got Tanya up in here, buddy, and they ain't messing around either. Okay? Silence like that of diplomacy. Who is this? When the train leave, when you get your ticket. That's when it's gonna leave. Why does your heart say that was offensive and racist? What was offensive and racist? I don't know. Checking in, Bernie. Thank you, brother, for coming in, man. Thank you. Quees say there's a fine line between self-expression of realism and glorification. A very fine line, but there is a distinction. But you got to see, man, look at the stuff that our children glorify. See, they got too many examples like Jay-Z sold drugs and got into the music industry. Tupac, Biggie, all these dope dealers that got into the rap business after they got out of the drug business. They just started selling a different kind of drug. I look like a choo-choo? Might be, buddy. Don't get ran over. KC is in the UK, is in the house. Thank you, man. You like my hat. Thank you. I'm wrong. I don't know what I'm wrong about, but okay. Jesus said, okay, Pop, now it's clear. Christopher kind of got that little brother of Forrest Whitaker vibe to me. I'm waiting for his money to catch up with me. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. Quees say, man, they're both Abrahamic religions. Yeah, they both say the Old Testament is canon. Okay. Do I work in a funeral home? No, I work for myself. Jesus say all lies. Jesus say this man is, wait a minute. He say this man is lost. Jesus is regard and repent and seek the truth. See, it's people like this I'm glad that's up in here. Because here's one of the problems with folk like him. See, you got people believing the same Jesus and scared to speak to each other. But he wants you talking about how Jesus is God and all this other stuff. No, Jesus is God, but how come you're scared to speak to somebody else that believe in it? You're scared. See, Christians are afraid of other Christians, but they want you to believe in Jesus. But they scared to speak to each other. Okay? Bernie giving out free Uber rides. I wouldn't give him nothing. Door hop or limo driver? Wrong. I'm a Black history historian of DC. DeMichael say it's because we sinned against God. That has a lot to do with it, DeMichael. That do have a lot to do with it. Because these young kids, especially in the Black community now, man, they have no guidance. They have no direction. They ain't got nobody. And see, and believe it or not, Trump ain't messing around. Trump is not messing around. And I'm telling y'all, Trump is going to do more for Black people in reverse than he will on purpose. Okay? All right? And when you get into that dope game, man, you trying to get some fast money. That's all you trying to get. When you get in that dope game, you want some fast money. Okay? You want to come and they get in there and get so good to them that they can't let go. I'm not Jewish. Should I leave? No, anybody can stay. If you was Jewish, it don't matter to me. Shit, I had a Jewish guy to die in my arms. I don't care. Stay on up in here. He may look like a train, therefore the expression hit by a freight train. He hitting y'all with truth. Thank you, Miss Alice. I appreciate it. Also a direct effect of the drug war. But you see, here again, man. See, a lot of people don't want to acknowledge some of the stuff that the federal government has done to the Black community. Like COINTELPRO. Okay? All right, look at how they gave black men syphilis. The Tuskegee experiment, giving black men syphilis and not treating them. See, we have been exposed to all kinds of degradation as a people, and we still here. That's what keep messing. Like, as much as they try to destroy us, it's like we still here. We still here. Like I had a guy come up here from there. Oh, go back to Africa. They tried that. That's how Liberia got formed in 1822 by the American Colonization Society. It's what formed Liberia. And they were sending black folk back to Africa. Okay? Eric say, thank you for preaching the Lord. You must stand strong. Well, see, honestly, man, that's all I got. And sometimes I do get mad at God. Because I'm like, Lord, why you keep getting me doing this, man? And you see what I'm going through. You see what I'm experiencing. You see it, Lord. And I'm just trying to do the right thing. I'm not scared to speak up. I'm not afraid. I mean, I got people like, I'm gonna tell you the countries. I'm gonna tell you the countries because I got them. I'm gonna list that. I had my list. Okay, it's not this list. I'm gonna list that. What I do with my list. Let's see if this is it. No. I got a list. I'm gonna find it. I got a list of all of the countries that are banned, and the ones that, and I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid at all. Mr. Atlas say a lot of Christians have been church hurt. You're absolutely right, sir. You are absolutely I don't know if I would be one. I don't know if I would be admitting that. I don't know if I would be admitting that I done sold some drugs before. See, a lot of people tell too much of what they do on social media. Social media should not know everything that you do. Let me say that again. Social media should not know everything that you do in your life. And a lot of people make that mistake. They start talking about everything that they're doing. Everything. And that's not a wise idea. Ooh, Bernie. Man, I thank you for that $50, man. Let me look at my cash app and see if I got some money up here. Man, thank you, man. Thank you, Bernie. Thank you, Bernie. Thank you for that $50, brother. Thank you. That's even it's stuff like this. This is what I'm telling you, that you can go start doing stuff, man. But God will open up a way for you. I'm a living example. God will open up a way. If you just persevere, He'll open up a way. Trump is your boy. Congratulations. Let's see. True, and we here forever. Quiz. Don't forget, cannabis was renamed marijuana to the sound more menacing as a Mexican word. Okay. Yeah. Liberals was a shit show, but it was also like international sabotage from the jump. Well, but see, a lot of stuff is sabotage, man. A lot of stuff is sabotage. See, they got us, that's why they got us fighting each other. So we don't pay attention to the details, the fine print, because we're too busy fighting each other. And that's what we got to say, wait a minute, man, hold up. Hold up. We still making the rich richer. And you know, and I've been asking this question. Name the rags to riches story, the last rags to riches story that I know of is the guy that was on the skateboard drinking what's that he was riding a skateboard to God diggity dog. I got their name. I'm gonna tell you the name of the group. I tell you the name of the group. Hold on. I can tell you the name of the group. And that was in 2020. Okay. Fleetwood Mac. Fleetwood Mac. Let me make sure. It was Fleetwood Mac. It was Fleetwood Mac. Yeah, Fleetwood Mac. He was riding a skateboard, listening to a song of Fleetwood Mac. That's the last rags to riches story that I know of. And that was 5 years ago. I don't know anybody since. And that really wasn't no really rags to riches story, but that's the last thing I done seen where somebody done used their creativity and got paid for it. Okay? Christopher say you got to think how it was without him. Was it pleasant? You can find good and bad in everything, man. Quee say Trump definitely is a fascist, but when you said he might do more for black people by accident than on purpose, I might agree with you there. These things need to get worse before they can get better a lot of the times. And I'm telling you, Trump is going to do more for black folk in reverse than he did on purpose. He going to do more in reverse. And that's the same way George Wallace was. Okay? I'm doing fine, Khalid. How are you? I don't know. Mute says, you remind me of Miles Dyson. And it's the first time I've heard the name. Leek Bain say, have you sold out for $1? Absolutely. If you think I done sold out for $1, why am I in this hotel? Good question, True Conductor. If I done sold out, why am I still here? Why am I still here if I done sold out? And I just told somebody that, and people don't believe me. Somebody could come up and say, man, I'll give you $10 billion if you go down in front of the White House and play the national anthem of Israel. Keep your $10 billion. I'm not interested. I turned $10 billion down. And that's the truth. Okay? All right. Leak say, you wearing an Uncle Tom hat right now. Really? Really? You don't realize how the importance of the red caps, black red caps, the black conductors on the Underground Railroad. You don't realize how important they were. They're the ones that made sure that when people got on was escaping on the Underground Railroad, that they had a ticket. They didn't have to pay. It's that conductor. When that conductor come to you and put that ticket over your head, you're good. you good. Okay? Lots liberals. The country Liberia, a good point. We should be more cohesive. This country started going downhill exclusively when Trump got involved in politics. Man, the country has always been in a decline. Trump just exposed a lot more stuff that was just under the surface. That's all. That's the only thing Trump has done. Only thing Trump has done is a lot of stuff that was right simmering right under the surface. He done brought it to the top. That's what he's done. He done brought it to the top. But I'm telling y'all, see the crime in the black community, and you got some of these young kids that their thing is it's easier for me to go out and take yours than to go get it for myself. See, we don't show any incentives for being positive, for being right. We don't show those. Ocean spray. That's what it was. Yeah, Ocean Spray. That's what it was. It was Fleetwood Mac. That I can't think of the name of the song, but it was Fleetwood Mac. Yeah. Quee say nobody is. Psh, how we gonna have a civil war in this country and it ain't never been this unstable? Come on, Queez. Come on. Come on, man. This country has been far worse off than what it is now. But see, people don't want to talk about that because then you'd have to have some accountability. Okay? Like when Obama chose Trayvon and Michael Brown over law enforcement. Well, see, here again, man, because Obama was black, he got a lot of resistance on the basis of his skin. Okay? And as far as change that's gonna see, let me show y'all. Let me show y'all how slick people are. Hold on. Let me show you. Let me show y'all how slick people are. Show y'all. And see, a lot of people don't even this what I'm about to share, a lot of folk don't even know it. Okay? Ooh, and I turned right to it too. God, man, this must be God. I turned right to it. I'm serious. Now, this is, let me show you how you have so many men, black and white, who are committed to slavery. Okay? What? Let me show you in the Bible how men, black and white, are committed to slavery. Listen to this. This is Exodus chapter 21. You know what? I'm going to start at verse 1. Now, these are the judgments which you set before them. If you buy a Hebrew servant, he shall serve 6 years, and in the 7th, he shall go free and pay nothing. If he comes in by himself, he shall go out by himself. If he comes in married, then his wife shall go out with him. If his master has given him a wife, and she has borne him sons or daughters, the wife and her children shall be her master's, and she shall go out by himself. Listen to this. But if the servant plainly says, I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will not go out free, then his master shall bring him to the judges. He shall also bring him to the door or to the doorpost, and his master shall pierce his ear with an awl, and he shall serve him forever. All these men walking around with pierced ears are saying, and most of them are athletes. And you remember when he say, then his master shall bring him to the judges? That's a contract. That's some contracts. See, all of these athletes that you walking around, all of these chains that they got around their neck, man, they just some high-priced slaves. That's all they are. And you notice all of them that wear these chains got their ears pierced. And it's a lot of people up in here didn't even know that. Didn't even know. Man, a pierced ear mean you satisfied with being a slave. You satisfied, according to the Bible. Okay? Everybody say he ain't an Uncle Tom. He's not a dummy and thinks for himself. Quiz. But again, I might argue there's a good thing, though, because we might have to tear everything down and rebuild it from scratch. Well, am I a train conductor? No, America First. I'm not. No, I'm not a train conductor. I'm the truth conductor. That's who I am. I am the truth conductor. I'm not a train conductor. Yeah, he helped Diddy. Man, Diddy getting everything he deserved and some. And the sad part about it is, somebody gonna treat his daughters the same way. Because what goes around comes around. But you ain't gonna come out here and do all that trash to some other women and think your daughters ain't gonna experience the same stuff? You think they ain't gonna go through some stuff? And you ain't gonna be able to say a word. Okay? Yeah, Dreams is the song. Thank you. That's it, Emma. Thank you, man. Thank you. This was trained by U.S. Army. Then he did all the completed all for high jump. Okay. All right. Define articulated sellout. I don't have to define anything. Zoda say the world is about to end. Who gives? Well, you better be worrying about what side you're gonna be on. Are you gonna be on the right side or the wrong side? Is what you need to be focused on. Okay, that's what you need to. Oh, you good? Okay, all right. No, you definitely would not. If it, man, I wouldn't. If you talking about that 10 billion, man, I wouldn't. They can bring in cash. I wouldn't. Man, I wouldn't. No, indeed, you don't. You have no idea who you messing with. This tool clearly cares about the future of his people and society in general. Again, I'm a left-wing revolutionary Marxist, and I can't fucking see that. All right. So many people use the term fascist to describe Donald Trump. I challenge you to name one fact. You've never heard me say anything about whether he was racist or fascist or whatever. I don't care. Because whatever he is ain't going to have no impact on when he closes his eyes. You think that's going to have an impact on me? Like when I close my eyes, you think that's going to have an impact on you? No, not at all. Okay? Well, America First would take 10 billion. Well, that's you. You ain't got that. That shows that you can be bought. That's all that's showing. Okay. Let's see who else we got. I want whatever you want to give me. That's my brother, and he's 40. That's what Lao said. Okay. Uh, let's see what we got here. Chattanooga Choo Choo Mary. Hey, thank you for joining me. I gotta put my headset in. I got that don't know how to act up in this camp. And they get to acting the fool, man. So I got to freeze them out. I got to freeze them out. I got to put my headset in. Because I guess we got some characters up in here, boy. Um, this dude has got some knowledge. Listen to what he has to say. George Carlin had the same outfit, but you make it look good. And that's that flavor that I come with, man. See, you come with your own flavor, man. You really do. You really do. Uh, 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 it's Wesley, the truck. LBJ told everybody what the welfare was going to do. It was in see welfare was designed to to further instill the attitude of something for nothing. That's all welfare was designed to 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 engrave the attitude because it's gonna go down from generation to generation. That's stuck in the mindset of something for nothing. And that's what most of these young kids today, man, their grandparents. See, you got to realize the young kids that are out here going crazy today, COVID is what messed them up. 2020, say if they 15 years old, or 14 years, man, they 19 and 20 now. And who's out here doing all that craziness? Them 19, 20, 21, 22 year olds. See, and we had a pipeline to prison in the court system. Guy wrote a book about it. I got I'll be back.